Today is a big work day for us. Even though it's pouring raining, we have to get stuff done. We rented an excavator for the weekend and we are filling in our septic tank. I'll put some footage in from when the septic tank got dropped off a few months ago. Caleb, here, you got it. Bring to the pipe, and then into the tank, set to the tank, and break it down. Break it down all the pieces there. And now we finally have the time to fill in around it and dig the lines, our septic lines, and place all those black, I don't even know what they're called, chambers, the black chambers for our septic system. So we're so excited to get more done on our house project.
Hey.
Now he's gonna think he can do it on his own. What? Now he's gonna think he can do it whenever. This is a huge step for us because we have to get signed off with our septic. Like it's called the yellow slip. We have to get that in order to get power or do anything else, even temporary power. So this was like the big first step for us in order to get things moving. So septic was number one, and that's almost done. It will be done as of this weekend, and then on Monday we'll call the city and then they'll come out. They're usually pretty fast and they'll sign us off so that we can move on to the next thing. While we have the excavator, we're also gonna dig all the plumbing lines for the house. Brandon already has the pipes in place and glued together. So we just have to get the lines dug and them set in, so then next week we can get some gravel put in to level out the pad, so then we can just pour concrete on top of the gravel. So things are moving along little by little. We're making progress and we're all excited. Our family needed that. We have been so weary lately. Living in an RV with 12 people is just very challenging, and to see progress, however small it may be, is just like a breath of fresh air for us. It's motivation to just keep going. Our property has gotten so much rain over the last 24 hours. Last night it poured. I would say we got a good 3 to 4 inches of rain easy, and we're supposed to get a ton more today. So in between rain showers, we're gonna try and get as much dug as possible. We have the excavator for tomorrow too. So Lord willing, we'll get all of this plumbing, all these plumbing lines and septic lines dug. It's a hot, muddy mess right now, but I'm gonna kind of show you guys what our plan is, what we're thinking about right here. So this right here is going to be the kitchen. This pipe is our kitchen sink. And our kitchen sink's gonna be right here, but this is gonna drain our kitchen sink and it's gonna meet up with those to drain out to the septic. Right here is gonna be a big picture window above the kitchen sink. Right there is going to be our front door. We have all of our doors and windows that were given to us, just like used ones that they tore something down and they gave us the doors and windows for it. This right here is the girls' room. And then right here is gonna be Brandon and I's room. Where Scout is gonna be our bathroom, and these right here, it's a little batch of pullets we got for $1 at Tractor Supply. But they are in the like family closet area. Right behind them is gonna be the boys' room. And then right here is gonna be like a laundry closet. And on the other side of that is a pantry. So that leaves this little area, which is our living room. Eventually, we are going to dig down and dig down for a root cellar, basement type thing, and put more Fox blocks down below. Instead of doing like a concrete block root cellar, we're gonna do Fox blocks root cellar. And then above that, it's gonna be like a shop for the boys. That is probably like a couple years down the road. This is all like the front entryway, like, so we'll have a loop around driveway where we can pull in. And then that leaves this, which we'll pour as a 10 by 40 patio right here in front. And we'll have an overhang, and there'll be double doors right here, double French doors to walk out. And Lord willing, and in this area we'll have raised beds with like a mini kitchen garden and the kids' mud kitchen and whatnot. So that's all what's in my head, and it will take a lot of time to flesh that out, but we're doing every single thing, every step from scratch with just us. We're doing it all ourselves. So it'll save us money, yes, but it takes a lot of time. And so each step is a huge step for us, even the small steps, but it's a lot of effort. So that's the house plans. And it's funny because I never really dreamed of building a house. That was never a dream of mine. My dream was to buy a tiny little farmhouse on a piece of land and fix the old farmhouse up. Brandon, on the other hand, always wanted to build a house. We just never dreamed that big, honestly. And we were kind of thrown into this, pushed out of our comfort zone by the Lord by having to. Not being able to find a place to rent, or anyone that would rent to a family our size, was the catalyst for this. We would have settled for a rental in like 2 seconds flat. But after months and months, like over 9 months of searching for a rental, no one would rent to a family of 12. So now we have to build. It's a lot of work and a lot of stretching and growing pains that, like I said, I would have never dreamed this big. This is a God dream. Our septic tank had, the hole that the septic tank was in had taken on so much water because of all the rain that we got, that the septic tank was threatening to start floating, which we do not need because then it will mess up how level it is. And so Brandon backfilled that as much as we could, still leaving the stamp visible that the inspector has to see. Now he has his laser out and he has all of his tape measures laid out so he can measure out the leach lines. They have to be, what do they have to be?
1/8 of an inch to a foot.
3 of them at 70 feet. And we're using these black chambers instead of the corrugated, was it corrugated pipe? Perforated pipe, but we're using these black chambers instead. They're kind of taken over by the weeds, but I'll show you what they look like. So these are the chambers, and they all link together that form kind of like a really long caterpillar, I guess. And they're going to go 3 rows of them this way. We had to move our trailer out of the way because that's directly in the path that he has to dig. So that's our next step. He's gonna start, as soon as he measures these out and make sure they're level with the laser, he's very precise. Plus we need to get this approved. This and electrical are the only 2 inspections that we need to pass while building a home. Everything else is unrestricted. So this has to be done right, and we are going to finish it by tomorrow afternoon, Lord willing, so we can get the inspector out here. They only come out on Monday and Wednesday mornings, so we're gonna see if they can squeeze us in on one of those 2 days next week.
Oh, go from that way. Go from this way. So you don't go from the laser. That way you don't have to hop all your trenches into the system. Like this.
Okay, explain this to me, sir.
It's our poop caterpillar. He explains it very good.
It's the poop caterpillar.
No, this is a chamber system here, and if you have the right soil on your permit, when you get a permit, you can get away with 30% less leach line if you use the chamber system. This requires no gravel, so it helps with installation to make it quicker, and it's a far better system from what I've heard from everybody. So we have to do 3 rows of 70, and you got to dig your trench level from 24 inches to 30 inches deep, depending on your grade, and you have to keep your grade level. You cannot make fall. And this is our first run. We'll have to dig 3 more over, and you'll see that a little bit later. And they'll have a crossover at the end, so this will catch all your leach water.
All right. Alright guys, we got it all done. It was a really long weekend, but we did get all of our septic lines dug, the chambers put in, all the leach lines, all of it's done. The plumbing lines for the house are all dug. Sorry, it's super bright. The plumbing lines for the house are all dug. The foundation of the house pad looks like a hot mess because you have to dig and create dirt piles. But now we get to call for inspection this week for all of our septic system and start laying out the pipe for the house plumbing. After that, we're going to backfill all of it with all this dirt, this piled up dirt. Looks really messy, but so now we're gonna lay all of our pipe in the trenches Brandon dug, glue them all together, backfill them all, and then grade the pad with what's called crush and run. Crush and run is just, it's like the tailings of crushing down smaller gravel. So it's like what you get after you crush down smaller gravel, it's what's left over. So we're gonna grade this all out with crush and run, and then we'll be ready for concrete. That timeline looks like mid-September. So mid to late September, we'll be pouring concrete for the foundation. After that, we can stack all of our ICF forms that are over there waiting. Those are like giant styrofoam Legos. So we're gonna stack all those up, which are all of our exterior walls. And then probably October, we'll be pouring it's called grouting. So we'll be pouring the concrete in those styrofoam blocks to form the walls. So after that, which will be in between October and November, probably the end of November, we'll have all of our trusses and roof on. So by December is our goal to have, it's a new goal, to have the house dried in. So we can actually move out of the RV and have a warm, safe place for winter. So if you guys want to keep praying for that, that would be super helpful. Gosh, we want it so bad, and we are working so hard and doing as much as we can, as diligently as we can, and being as good stewards as we can. So yeah, that's our timeline. That's where we're at. And our septic system hopefully will get approved this week. Praise the Lord. If you can pray for that too, that would be great. All right guys, I'm gonna get on with my Monday. I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you.